Boys and girls, we're going to get into the East Regional
Yes.
now with the one-seeded Purdue Boilermakers out of the Big Ten, regular season and tournament champions. Max, what if you could sum up Purdue season in a couple sentences? What would it be?
Hell of a job. Nobody was expecting this, especially after losing Jaden Ivey, Trevion Williams, Sasha
Sasha,
Stefanovic.
yeah,
Uh,
Eric
we, we
Hunter,
we had we had a couple other guys that
my
transferred to different schools.
my guy Eric Hunter,
Eric Hunter, I think he went to Butler.
Butler.
Uh, and these freshmen step up. We have the player of the year on our team, and we have guys that play some grungy, tight ass, rough
Scrappy,
defense,
scrappy.
scrappy defense in Gillis and Morton. I'm like, that was a lot more than a few sentences. That was a paragraph on how impressed I am with Purdue.
As you should be, as a one seed for the fourth time in school history. First time since the '90s, I want to say.
First time in my lifetime that I remember. I might have been it might have been 1994 or five. I mean, like, what else, two or three?
Yeah.
So
Do you see the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights giving them any trouble?
let's move on. Why would I ever? Why?
Real
What do you
quickly,
got? What do you
real
got?
quickly, if I got this starting lineup right by Fairleigh Dickinson, they start 5'8", 5'9", 6'2", 6'4", 6'6". Good luck. Take the spread on the Boilers, boys. I'm gonna hammer it. I'm hammering the spread on the Boilers, no doubt about it.
Player of the year is going to have 35 and 15. 35 and 15 halftime.
No,
Just kidding.
nobody even above 6'6" off the bench for Fairleigh Dickinson. Not even off the bench.
Good luck.
Good luck. Next matchup we got in the East Regional. We got a juicy one here.
Oh yeah.
Two teams that might have been underseeded here. We got the Memphis Tigers just coming off a American Athletic Conference
Yep.
tournament championship, taking on the Owls of Florida Atlantic at 31-3. They're the Conference USA tournament champions. They were ranked earlier in the year. They're 13th in the net, 26th at KenPom. You got Florida Atlantic taking down Memphis?
Is this on Friday? I think this is a Friday game. This is a must watch. I'm saying it right here because Memphis is really good. I think Memphis is an awesome team. They just took
Just
on
beat
Houston
Houston?
without Sasser. So,
Sure.
and also Houston already had it locked in, and it's kind of like, whatever. Um, but Florida Atlantic is a team that snuck into the rankings, 31 wins. Like, this is going to be an awesome game. And I mean, you don't call it an upset, but this is kind of an upset. I have Florida Atlantic
Sure.
here.
If a team like Florida Atlanta's taking down Memphis, sure, I'll call that an upset. 8 and 9 coin flip for me still. This one's going to be at 7:20 on Friday night on TNT. 7:20 Mountain Time on
Okay.
TNT.
With a night game.
Memphis, both of these teams are hot. Obviously, Florida Atlantic's 31-3,
Yeah.
but I got Memphis taking them down. I
Oof.
think I like our guy Kendrick Davis.
Yeah.
Him and DeAndre Williams. I don't know if we know big man DeAndre Williams, but they're the highest scoring duo in the tournament. So
Wow.
those
Yeah.
two guys can lead them. DeAndre Williams is going to be 27 in October. He's almost as old as us. I'm
Still
taking
balling.
Memphis.
Still balling.
Still balling because they're calling. Memphis is calling, so he's still balling. Next matchup in the East. Juicy, juicy, juicy one right here, boys. I want to watch
Yes.
this one. I want to watch
Yes.
this one. Probably a big dog participant on the main TV right here. We got the ACC tournament champion, the Blue Devils of Duke, taking on Oral Roberts, the Golden Eagles, the Summit League champions. What are they on? They're on a 17 game win streak. Oral
17.
Roberts, 17. This team was if we remember 2 years ago, was a 15 seed and went to the Sweet 16. So
Yep.
these guys have been here. They added a transfer from Arkansas, 7'5", Connor Vanover. He's going to be banging down there. Can Oral Roberts take down Duke? I'm mad that Oral Roberts is a 12 seed.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Are you kidding me? This 30-4 and a 12 seed. These guys are they just dominated the summit. Okay,
18-0 in the summit. 18-0.
dominated the summit. All right. And these guys are third in the league in points per game, third in the league. All right. They've had like 13 blowouts. They take care of the ball. They have 9.4 turnovers a game, under 10. And then get this, their experience, they have they're 6 men deep. They have at least 21.1 minutes per game. And they have 6 of those guys are juniors or seniors. I mean, I call me crazy.
Woo!
Because Duke is 6 deep with 19.8 minutes per game, but they only have one junior or senior on the team. I
Young,
think that this
young.
is a great example of senior and junior leadership taking down these freshmen at Duke. Call me crazy, but I got Oral Roberts.
I'm not gonna call you crazy because I went back and forth on this one. Oral Roberts is seated too low as a 12. I think Duke is seated too low as a 5. They're hot.
Yeah.
I think they're the best 5 seed out there. I wish Oral Roberts was playing somebody else. I got to take Duke and their NBA talent. They're one and done NBA talent. They got guys playing the next level that Oral Roberts just doesn't have. And a blue blood's gonna win out at the end. I want to take Oral Roberts. If they were playing another 5 seed, man, I'd be right behind you. But I I think Duke's just too hot right now.
Hey,
I'm mad at myself. I don't want to take Duke. I want to take Oral Roberts, but I'm not.
it was a very hard pick. I mean, it's hard to go against Duke. It really is. It really is. But hey, come on. I want to see this madness. Come on. Can we see Oral
Yeah,
Roberts take down Duke? What an amazing story for their campus.
I would like to see it. I would like to see it. Next matchup in the East, the 4-13 matchup. We got the Tennessee Volunteers as the SEC taking on the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, the champs from the Sun Belt Conference. We said a couple weeks ago that this Tennessee team is primed for a first round upset.
Yep.
We called it out a couple weeks ago. Max, are you sticking with that prediction, or are the Raging Cajuns not enough for you?
I'm not going to beat around the bush, Kobreezy. I'm just going to tell you right how it is with these damn raging Cajuns. Because I'll tell you right now, they're taking down Tennessee. Yes, they are. They are taking down Tennessee. Tennessee, they've really
Wow,
dropped off. They're 4 of their last
man.
6, and they're on a. They just lost Ziegler. Did I say
Mackay
that right?
Ziegler,
They
point
just
guard. Yep.
they just lost their point guard. That's one of their main scorers. Hey, they're going to lose to the Raging Cajuns. I think that I got another upset. Louisiana Raging Cajuns, baby. What an
Yeah,
awesome name. What an
yeah,
awesome
that
name
is an
too.
awesome name. We talked last week how everybody's the Wildcats and the Bears and
Yeah.
all these pussy names that everybody's the same. The Raging Cajuns, man. Louisiana, hats off to you. You got a good marketing team there.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Tennessee. I haven't liked them for a while. I had them out of my top 10 probably a month ago. When they were number 2 when we first started these college basketball podcasts, I remember. Uh, Currently, they're 5th at KenPom, 2nd in defense, 4th in the net, 3rd in BPI. I want to take Louisiana in this one too, but I'm not. I think Rick Barnes is a great coach,
Okay.
and
All right.
I can't get behind you on this one either, Max.
Wow.
I my
Not a lot of upsets here
I
from Kobreezy. He doesn't like the Cinderellas this year. He's not liking
not so,
them.
not so far in this region. That I had Furman last region, but not so far in this one. This one this one's a little more chalky for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Going down to the bottom of the East, the 6-11 matchup, Kentucky Wildcats. There's a Wildcat for you. Taking on the Providence Friars. Now, I think a big headline here is the revenge angle for my guy Bryce Hopkins for
Okay.
Providence. He was a freshman at Kentucky last year. Couldn't get off the bench, couldn't get any minutes. So he said, "Hey, screw this! I'm going to go to Providence."
Okay.
This dude, first team All Big East. first team All Big East this year. Best player on the team.
Okay.
Big revenge game here for Bryce Hopkins, but I think he comes up short. Providence is just they're limping into the tournament. Kind of surprised. Well, not really surprised that they weren't a first four team because their overall body of work, but they're really limping in here. I got Kentucky and Queef Calipari. I don't want to, but I'm taking
Not a
Kentucky.
fan of Calipari, calling him Queef champion.
No, I think he's a really good recruiter. I think he's a
Oh,
really good recruiter, but the coaching aspect, the X's and O's, he's not up there with other guys.
oh, I like
He's
that.
got all these. He's got all these one and done. All these first round picks. Like
Yeah.
you and I could get some wins with that. You know,
Mhm.
I think Calipari's a really good recruiter and he's a good coach, but he's not up there with Bill Self and Tom Izzo and these guys with the X's
Mm,
and O's.
sure.
He's not up there for me. Or else he'd be way more Final Fours with all this NBA talent he has every
True.
year.
You're
So
right. You're absolutely right.
he's
I
a
like.
really good recruiter. He can go into your living room and talk to your mama and promise her all these things, and he can get you to come to Kentucky.
Yeah.
But is he drawing up these plays on the clipboard and the X's and O's at halftime in the locker room, the adjustments? I'm not sure he's up there
Mm.
with those other guys.
I like that. I like that. Um, I'm just to move it quickly. I also do have Kentucky. Okay. This is what I think is different about this year. Okay. There's 7 players deep. Okay. 21.5 minutes per game, 7 of them. Okay. They usually only have top five. Okay. I'm just basing it off of, maybe that past few seasons. Okay. Experience. They have 5 seniors. When was the last time that you heard that Kentucky had 5 seniors? Like you said, it's usually the one and doneers, right?
That's
They have a
true.
leader in Oscar Shibwe, who's a senior now, won the Player of the Year last year. Could have went to the NBA, but he wanted to get his degree. I love players that do that. I hope Zach Edey does it. We'll talk about that another time. But but hey, Kentucky, let's not sleep on them. I think that this is a good year for their seniors.
Yeah, that's a great point with Shebue and Jacob Toppin and Antonio
Mhm.
Reeves and
Oh yeah.
Severe Wheeler, CJ Frederick. Those guys are all seniors. And maybe this could be a different Kentucky team than we've seen, but
Yep.
we both got them moving on past Providence in the first round.
Definitely at least that.
Next matchup in the East, the 3-14 matchup. The Bobcats of Montana State out of the Big Sky Conference taking on the Wildcats of Kansas State. We got a cat fight here. We got we got a nice battle of some cats. What do you think, Max?
Man, when you look at this game immediately, I was like, well, I know who I want to pick. Okay. And then I go over my stats and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you what? Come
Montana
on.
State? Who?
So I according to my stats, Montana State apparently on paper is a better team. I that right? That's what I said. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Playing in
Uh,
the Big Sky, sure. Playing in the Big
but
Sky.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Okay. I like Kansas State. I think they're a really good team. With Keontae Johnson and Marquise Noel, they were both on the Wooden Watch. Okay. 2 players on the top 20 Wooden Watch. Okay. They're not going
Yeah,
down in the first round, especially in their senior seasons. No. Uh, this is Kansas State for me, easy.
yeah. This cat fight won't be too bloody. I think Kansas State gets them. You've been higher than me on Kansas State this year,
Yeah.
but as a seated as a 3, I don't think people are talking about Kansas State right now. I
Uh-huh.
think they're getting slipped on right now.
Oh, yeah.
But we both got to move them on. Next matchup in the East, we got a juicy one here, the 7-10 matchup. Tom Izzo and the Spartans taking on the Trojans of USC. Max, you going Big Ten or Pac-12 here?
Hey, man, I got to stick with my boys in the Big Ten. I am going Michigan State. I think they're a better team. I think they play better. They shoot. They're number 3 in the nation in 3-pointers. Uh, they have 3 big dogs in my opinion, and Tyson Walker, Joey Hauser, and senior and the leader on the floor of AJ Hogard. I think that's what makes him he's such a smart player. I like
Mm,
AJ Hogard a lot.
yeah,
So I got to go Michigan State, man. Nothing against USC. I didn't watch the Pac-12 as much as I should have, but Michigan State, baby.
USC has no bench. Uh, I don't really like USC.
Yeah,
I don't really like USC. All right.
yeah.
Tom Izzo, Michigan State, moving on.
Oh yeah.
Last first round matchup in the East of 215. Catamounts of Vermont out of the American East Conference. They've been to a few tourneys these last few years, so good for Vermont. They're taking on the Big East regular season champs and the tournament champs, the Marquette Golden Eagles, led by possible Coach of the Year Shaka Smart. Max, a 15 seed, has beaten a 2 seed in the last 2 years each. Are you picking this one?
You're right. You're right. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever picked a 15 seed in my bracket. Never.
No.
There is one that we're going to talk about later. Okay, that I almost did. I almost broke the curse, and we'll talk about it later. Now that because we're on the topic, but I got Marquette. Marquette is red hot. I cannot believe they ran away with the Big East with all their talent they have in there. But they're a really good team. They're on a 9-game winning streak, and it's Marquette, man. It's Marquette.
17-3 in the Big East is pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
But hats off to Vermont for making the tournament again. Top 6 guys are seniors. So congratulations to you fellas for making the tournament.
Oh yeah.
Second round matchups in the East. We differ here. We both got Purdue, but I got them taking on Memphis.
Yep.
Either way, Purdue is going to get pushed here.
Oh yeah.
Whoever they play here, the Boilers are going to get pushed. I've seen a lot of people take the Boilers losing in the second round.
Sure.
But I've spent plenty of time this season on the Fox Sports Network watching the Big Ten, watching Purdue. I got them taking on Memphis. They're not losing to Memphis. No way is DeAndre Williams or Lawson or any of these guys guarding Zach Edey. Too small. Zach Edey and Purdue moving on to the Sweet 16.
I love that. I love that. You're absolutely right. Whoever is facing them, it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a tightly contested game. I said it earlier that I think that the rest of the way for Purdue is however far that you have them going, it's going to be a close game. They're going to have a tight game in each of those. They're taking down Florida Atlantic for me. Okay, they're taking them down. There's no way that I'm wearing this Purdue hat for a reason. There's no way they're losing in the round of 32 to either teams. Purdue is experienced and they have the best player in the game. And hey, we haven't brought up Matt Painter enough, dude. This guy's a hell of a coach. He is the master of the Sweet 16, baby. He is the master of the Sweet 16. I would like to know the stat, but he's been there quite a bit. Let's go Boilers.
I'll give you a stat. I believe with one more tournament win, he passes Gene Cady for the most tournament wins in Purdue Boilers history. So
love it.
Matt Painter's quickly becoming into that top 10 of coaches, top 15. I'll be excited to break down the coaches pool with you one day.
Hell yeah.
Next second round matchup, we got different teams here. I went chalk, you went Cinderella. I got Duke and Tennessee, 4 and 5 matchup. This is where the loss of Zakai Ziegler hurts Tennessee the most against the Blue Devils of Duke. I got Duke moving on to the Sweet 16.
Nice one. Yeah, that's the safe pick, and I guarantee 99% has picked Duke to not well, at least for the first round. 99% in the first round against Oral Roberts. I'm betting on it.
Not 99.
I want to get that 1% here.
99.
So I got Oral Roberts taking on the Raging Cajuns. I definitely went the Cinderella route. But I'm just to cut it short here. I'm riding the wagon with Oral Roberts again. Okay, Oral Roberts making another Sweet 16.
Wow.
This is big for them. Like this is a basketball school. They made the Sweet 16. You said not too long ago, 2 years ago. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna be soon. They're gonna be known as one of those teams that they're here in the dance. This is not a team that you want to be fighting in the dance. Look, be wary.
Another double-digit seed in your Sweet 16. I like it.
Come on.
Moving on to the bottom half of the East for the second round, the round of 32. I believe we both have a Wildcat matchup here. Kentucky
Wildcats
and
on
Kansas State. I have too many damn Wildcat mascots. Jesus. Get some creativity out there, people. Max, break this matchup down for me between the SEC's Wildcats and the Big 12 Wildcats.
Man, it's a tightly contested game here. It's another one you got to have on the TV. I can't
Oh
wait to
yeah,
see it. I hope it gets to this
battle,
point. I hope it
battle.
does. But this is going to be going to the final minutes. And oh man, you got a big dog in Oscar Sheboy trying to take over, as well as Keontae Johnson's trying to take over. Oh my goodness. Uh, but I'm going to tell you right now, I do believe in Kentucky. I am
Oh
going
God,
Kentucky Wildcats get
ah
taken
my
down your
Lord,
Kansas State Wildcats from the Big
mine,
12.
not mine.
Get this. Kansas State, all right, averages 14.3 turnovers a game. They turn the
It's a
damn
lot.
ball over a
It's a
lot.
lot.
All right.
Sloppy,
They're
sloppy.
sloppy. Okay. Kentucky, on the other hand, gets 39 rebounds a game. Okay. If you're not producing, you're turning the ball over, and these guys keep getting rebounds, like you just handed it to Kentucky. I have Kentucky, boys. Come on.
I like that. Turning the ball over. I'm not sure who's doing it. Senior point guard Marquise Noel averaging, I want to say 7.6 assists, which is good for third in the nation.
Good.
So I don't know he might be turning it over just as much as he's assisting it, but
Mm.
him and Keontae Johnson, like we talked about already, two top 20 Wooden Award players. I just don't like Kentucky enough. I think they're inconsistent.
All
And
right.
Jerome Tang, in his first season as K State's head coach, leads them into the Sweet 16, baby. Go
All right.
Cats.
I
Go
love it.
Cats. Rar. Last second round matchup of the East region. I believe we both have Marquette and Michigan State.
Yes, we
A
do.
little Big East, Big Ten matchup here, Max. Is Shaka Smart and his boys vulnerable?
I mean, yeah, I would say so. I would say that you can't count out Izzo in March right now. You kidding me? Uh, Izzo has a great team. They're deep. They have five experienced players, while Marquette only has one experienced player. Think about that when you're making this bracket. Think about that. But that doesn't matter to me. All right, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still going Marquette. I'm going Marquette. I think that this 9 game win streak that they have, the fact that they take care of the ball, and they also have Tyler Kolek, who is the Big East Player of the Year. So
Yeah.
I think they get this one, but it's going to be a last minute, could be a game winning shot.
You mentioned Tyler Kolek. I want to say he's the 13th Big East player to win the Big East Player of the Year and the tournament MVP. So
Huh?
people are sleeping on Tyler Kolek, 7.9 assists, second in the nation. Marquette's really good. Like we said, 17-3 in the Big East is just very powerful. But like you just mentioned, we got 4 sophomores and a junior starting. Well, we got all this experience for Tom Izzo.
Oh,
Guess guess what, boys? I got my first two seed
oh,
falling. I got Marquette, Golden Eagles, the Big East champs, falling in the round of
I love
32
it.
to
I
Tom
love it.
Izzo and Michigan State. You know, there's something about Tom Izzo in March. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. He's got a championship back in 2000, the Big Ten Conference's last championship, by the
Yeah.
way. Uh, he he's going to pull out some X's and O's, and he's going to take down the two-seeded Marquette Golden Eagles here. So
I love that
there's a
matchup.
big upset for you. There's
I
a
love
big
that
upset.
upset.
You were just getting on me here a couple picks ago. So there's one for you.
It's taking you a little bit. It's taking you.
I had Furman. I had Furman. I like Furman. Moving on to the Sweet 16 matchups in the East Regional, the bottom left of your bracket. If you're looking at your bracket, we both got the Purdue Boilermakers, the 1 seed, moving on there. I got them taking on Duke. Okay, now
Oof, that's a tight one.
this is going to be a battle, boys. If we don't know, Duke starts 2 7-footers in Kyle Filipowski and Derek Lively. We got 2 7-footers out there. Derek Lively at 7'1". 16th in the net, 21st at Ken Palm for Duke. Duke's hot, and they got NBA players, and I think they're going to overwhelm Purdue's backcourt. I got
Wow.
Duke taking
Wow.
down the Boilers. I know you don't want to
Wow.
hear it. I know you don't want to hear it, damn it. And I don't really want to say it because a part of me likes the Boilers. A part of me cheers for the Boilers. And I'm happy that they're a 1 seed. But I can't be taking all these 1 seeds. I had to have one fall. Purdue is the weakest one. I got the Duke Blue Devils taking down Purdue in the Sweet 16.
Well, damn
Sorry.
you.
I'm
Did we
sorry.
forget that Purdue beat Duke by 19 earlier this
Smacked
year?
them. Smacked
Yeah.
them.
You know,
Smacked them.
just bringing it up. Filipowski cannot guard Zach Edey. I don't care if
Derek
he's 7
Lively's
feet
gonna.
tall. He's gonna
Derek
push him
Lively.
around like a rag. Just gonna
Derek
push
Lively.
him, just blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. You kidding me?
Filipowski's gonna be coming on a double while Derek Lively's gonna be playing him. That's what they're gonna be doing.
Well, didn't work out the first time. I don't think it's happening the second time. All right, so I got Purdue versus Oral Roberts. Great matchup for Oral Roberts, but there's no
Sorry.
way they're taking down my Purdue Boilermakers. Let's just move on. I got Purdue going to the Elite Eight, baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry to upset you there.
You
I'm
did. You,
sorry.
you definitely you
I
definitely upset him.
apologize. Part of me likes the Boilers. Part of me
Sorry,
likes the
that's
Boilers.
oh yeah, yeah.
Part of me
What
likes them. So I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
yeah, you did. You did.
Part of me was giggling when I did it. Yeah,
I
part of me
cannot
was
wait till
giggling.
Oral Roberts takes down Duke.
You'll be the first person to text me. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll get if Oral Roberts beats Duke, I'll get an Oral Roberts shirt.
I
Okay.
love it.
Okay. I'll wear it on next week's pod. Next week 16 matchup in the East, the bottom part of the East. We got two different teams, both of us here. Max, lead us off with your matchup here.
I have Marquette in Kentucky. Man, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really go too crazy with it. I just kept it. Yeah, I guess I kept it to the chalkboard, like you've been saying. I kept it with Marquette. I kept it with Marquette. I just think they're playing so well. I think they're coached
Okay.
very well. I know that they don't have the technically the experience, but I think they're playing well. So I got Marquette boys going to
Marquette's the lead eight.
the Elite Eight against
Yeah,
Purdue.
they can Marquette can definitely make a run. They can definitely make a run. I won't be surprised. My bottom Sweet 16 matchup in the East, I got K-State taking on Michigan State. Nice little 3-7 battle.
I love it.
Um, this is going to be a really good matchup. We got seniors, we got upperclassmen on both sides, boys. Um, we got a first-year head coach on one side, and we got a Hall of Famer on the other. Tom Izzo and Michigan State moving on to the Elite Eight.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's I. Like I was saying, this region was the toughest for me. I first had K State coming out, then I flipped and I took another team and I wanted another team. I could see I can see Purdue, Duke, Michigan State, K State, Marquette. All these teams could be representing this region in the Final Four.
Absolutely.
This is a tough.
Absolutely.
This is a chaotic region for sure.
Definitely the toughest.
Max, what is your Elite Eight matchup in the East region?
Hey, I have Purdue versus Marquette. Purdue played Marquette earlier in the year, and Purdue won. All
All
right.
right,
They played
six
at Marquette. They went to Marquette.
by six.
I believe it was 6. Might have been 5. Might have been 5.
Okay, good
Okay.
game. Good
It
game.
was a good game. It was a good game, but they can't handle Edey. They can't handle Edey, and they weren't able to handle the guards that time either. Their defense is not that great, just so we're clear. Marquette. They get some steals. They're scrappy with that. They'll try to force a turnover and stuff, but they give up a decent amount of points. Okay, they give up 70.6 points per game. Purdue holds teams to 62.7. Okay, that's 21st ranked. Dude, I got Purdue going to the Final Four for the first time in my
Nice.
lifetime, and I can't be more excited about it.
Definitely more. They were a 3 seed, if I'm not mistaken, last year with Ivy, and got knocked off by the Peacocks. And I was high on them last year, but as a 1 seed, I can definitely see the Boilers making a Final Four run. And for your sake, I'd be happy for you. I'd be happy for you.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, I got them losing to Duke. So I got Duke moving on and taking on Michigan State in a 5-7 matchup in the regional. Not too many 5-7 games in the history of the tournament. This is going to be a heck of a matchup. We got experience on one side. We got NBA players and freshmen on the other side. We got a coaching and Tom Izzo versus a first-year coach and John Shire. Don't jump out of your seat on this one, Max, but I am taking the Big Ten's Michigan
Whoa.
State Spartans to
Woo.
move on to the Final Four and
Wow.
represent the East region.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
That was a nice, that's a fun Final Four pick. I I love that. I love it.
I like I said, 5 teams I can see coming out of this region, and I can't say that about any other region. This is a tough one. I've got Michigan State over Duke in my regional final. And who was your regional final?
Uh, Purdue.
Purdue over Marquette.
Sorry. Purdue over Marquette. Yeah, yeah.
Anything else that you have to say about this East regional before we move on?
No, go Boilers. That's the last thing I gotta say. Thank you for an awesome season, and I'm so excited to see them in the dance with a team that has just been one of the most fun teams I've been able to watch. So go Boilers.
Really fun team. Forgot I had a Boiler stat here for you. The worst, the the worst shooting champion from 3-point range in the history of the tournament. They shot 32.9% from three during the season and went on to win. That was the worst the champion has ever shot. 32.9% from three. The Boilers currently at 32.6% from three. So they're not
I have
knocking them down.
33.1. I
Oh
have
God.
33.1.
We better I'm gonna
That's ESPN, bro. I
let
got
me
that from
look
ESPN.
as we're live
33.1.
as we're live, I'm pulling it up.
That's a third of it's a third. Come on.
Wow. I got 32.6 from ESPN here, boys.
What? I
Better
got this
look.
from ESPN.
Better look
This
on
is
the
ridiculous.
team page. Must have looked at it 2 weeks ago.
I did. Oh, okay. Hold on. To
32.6.
end this before we go
And
to
the
the next
regional.
conference, I now I have to. Now I have
to
to. Everyone's got to
end the
know.
regional. Everybody's got to know. Everybody's looking it up themselves right now. The Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast on YouTube. Go subscribe. The East Regional here. We were looking up the Boilers 3-point percentage.
For some reason, my okay,
Oh,
not working. Great.
well, I guess we'll get an update for you tomorrow.
Uh, all right. While I try to look it up again, we can move on. Let's go.
ESPN team page, Purdue Boilermakers 22-23 season. 32.6% from three, boys.
I don't know where I got 33.1 then.
Well, it's only 0.5% different. So
All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's
it's
not how long we
it's
need
a
to wait
half
for
a
the.
percent different that we're taking 5 minutes to look up, huh?
All right. Let's move on.